starting today with the ball behind your mid back. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And then take your hands behind your head and just relax back as far as feels comfortable for you. Now, if it feels a bit awkward, you can lessen the intensity by taking the ball a little higher up your back. Okay. Good. And then just take some nice big deep breaths there. Sam, I might get you to take your ball a little bit higher up your back so that we can really open you out through your chest. Yeah, good. That's it. And Jeff, if your shoulder doesn't like that, just do it with your hands down by your side.
Are we supposed to see you or the person demonstrating? You
can see me or Renee. Who can you see, Jeremy?
I can see you.
You can see me.
Which I imagine isn't what you intended.
No. All right. Let me undo this one.
I think because you were talking.
Yeah. Now can you see Renee?
Now I can see Renee.
Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. So from there, keeping your head relaxed, heavy in your hands, just taking a chest lift. So the other option is arms down by your side. Beautiful. So we're going to breathe out as we come up away from the floor and breathe in to lower down. Now your bottom should be down on the mat. Yep, that's it. Good. Very nice. And just so that the top of your shoulders aren't straining, let's bring our elbows slightly forward so where you can just see them in the edge of your vision. Yep, that's it. Beautiful. Very good. Okay. That's okay, Sam. Just do some without the ball. Yep, perfect. Alrighty. And then lengthen back over the ball. Take another couple of deep breaths in there. Just expanding into your rib cage. Allowing your chest to open. All right. And then one more time, coming up into your chest lift. This time holding the chest lift and going into your hula. So you're rotating your ribs across to your opposite hip. Yep. And then coming back to the center. And then across to the other side. And we're going to try, and it's hard with the ball there, but you try as hard as you can to keep your pelvis equally weighted from left to right. So your pelvis isn't shifting as you're going across with your upper body. Really good. Very nice. So we've definitely got a little bit of tightness through lots of the thoracic spines here today. We're going to see if we can work a little bit of that out. Good. And then take a rest. Okay. We're going to roll over onto our side so that the ball is underneath the top of your rib cage, right up high, almost under your armpit, and you're lying on your side. Perfect. And then allow your head to rest down on that arm. You can bend your bottom arm, or if you've got a cushion nearby, you can just stick it between your arm and your head, whatever feels comfortable in your head and neck. Yeah, awesome. And then take some really nice deep breaths. So as you breathe in, you're trying to expand your rib cage into the ball. And as you breathe out, trying to let the ball melt into your rib cage. So 3 nice big deep breaths like that. Good. And then take your top arm, lift it up to the ceiling, and then stretch it up overhead so it's touching your top ear. Good. And then lift back up to the ceiling, and then stretch down towards your hip. Good. So you'll lift your arm up, rotate your palm to face over your head, and then take your arm up to your ear. Good. Keeping your arm straight. And then lift. Yep, that's it. And back to your hip. Good. 2 more times. Lifting up, rotating your palm, and then take overhead. Lifting up, rotate your palm, and then down. Okie dokie. Then place that top hand on the floor in front of your chest. Good. And then just take a little roll forwards and backwards over the ball. Just helping to release the muscles and the fascia around the rib cage on the side there. This is going to help us feel like it's a little easier to breathe. Okay. Oh, perfect. Doing a great job, demo body. Okay. Then let's take the ball out of there and place it a little further down your body. So this time it's going to go in between your rib cage and your pelvis. Yep. And then lie down again so that you feel as comfortable as you can with a big ball melting into the side of you. Okay. Again, taking nice big deep breaths there. Breathing in, expanding your waist into the ball, and as you breathe out, allowing the ball to melt into you. Okay. And then taking your hand to the floor in front of you and rolling a little bit forwards and a little bit backwards. Once again, releasing out. This time we're targeting our obliques. And if you generally feel a bit of tightness through your low back, we'll target that in a little minute. All right. So now, if you're lying over the top of the center of the ball, so the top of the heel, think about bringing your body forwards of the top of the heel just a little bit. So you shift your body to the front so that now when you roll forwards and backwards, the ball will be biased more towards your low back area. Yep. And then you go for that backwards and forwards roll again.
Yes. Sorry, I don't understand where the ball goes.
So it's a similar kind of place, Jeremy, but just a little bit behind. So see.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. And then
that's a better angle.
Good job. All right. And then just add that little rock forwards, little rock back. Good. Okie dokie. Then you're going to flip over onto the other side and do the same thing. So we're going to start with the ball up underneath your rib cage, up nice and high, almost under your armpit so we can release all of those breathing muscles. Make sure your head is comfy, not straining into your neck. So using a pillow or your arm as a pillow, and then taking some nice big deep breaths, breathing into the ball, expanding your rib cage. And as you breathe out, allowing the ball to melt into you. Very nice. And then we're going to add in our arm lift. So you take your arm up to the ceiling, rotate your palm overhead, and then bring your arm up to your ear. Lift back up to the ceiling, rotate your palm down, and then hand comes down to your hips. Good. So doing that 4 more times. Looking good. Last one. And then taking your fingertips down to the floor in front of you. Just that gentle rock forwards and backwards. Beautiful. And then moving the ball down so it's in between the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your pelvis. Excellent. Taking some nice big deep breaths in there. Oh, it's so peaceful right now. It's beautiful. Good job. Then adding your little rock forwards and backwards. So biasing slightly towards the front so we can get a little bit into obliques, which might be a little tight. And then slightly biasing the ball to your low back so that we can get into our QLs and release out through there. And adding that little rock again, forwards and backwards. Very nice. Okay, so just taking the ball out and then lying on your back, place the ball in between your knees. Yeah, and feet down on the floor. Perfect. So we're just going to take a moment to connect into our breathing. So we'll breathe in through our nose and out through your mouth. And every time you breathe out, just hug your inner thighs in on the ball, just the tiniest little bit. So it's in through your nose, out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, having a little snuggle into the ball. Just gently waking up your inner thighs. Okay, and let's build on that. So on your next out breath, you hug the ball a little and then roll your spine away from the floor in your pelvic curl. So lifting your bottom up in the air. That's it. Taking a breath in at the top and then rolling your spine back down without losing that connection into the ball. Good. Making sure you release the front of your hips at the bottom of the movement so that you can start again. As you roll up on your exhale, hold for a breath in at the top and then breathe out as you roll back down. Really pressing your feet down into the floor as you're rolling your spine up and down. See if you can press the floor away through your feet even more as you roll down. Good. And as you're coming down the next time, see if you can just gently reach that ball towards your big toes as you roll your spine down. Yes, beautiful, Renee. Good. And that should help you start to feel the back of your legs work a little bit more. So keep reaching the ball towards your big toes. All 10 toes are planted heavily on the floor, actively pressing the floor and the ball away from you. Very nice. Okay, then let's take the ball a little bit so that it's down between your shins. And we'll practice our leg lifts. So as you breathe in, you're going to roll the ball up one leg, lifting one knee up above your hip. Perfect. Then breathe out, lower that ball back down. Then the other leg gets a go. So you breathe in, rolling one leg up in the air. And breathing out to lower the other leg down. Oh, the same leg. Lower the same leg down to the floor. That's it. All right. So this way of doing it is really good way to slow down, connect the movement of your leg into your breath pattern, which helps you connect a little more deeply into your abs. But it also might be a good way for people who feel a little tight through the hip flexors, generally, or when your legs are up in tabletop. This might be a better kind of position for you with this ball in between your knees. Yeah. I learned a lot about hips last weekend when I finished off the Pilates conference. It's very exciting. Good. All right, so if you feel up to it, let's make it into a double leg lift where you lift one leg up on the inhale. And then as you breathe out, your second leg comes up to meet it. Good. Float the first foot down as you breathe in. And the second leg down as you breathe out. Good. Then change the leg that goes first. So each time you start again, the other one goes first. Good. So it's up, then up, down, and then down. Perfect. Okay. Change leading leg. Now go nice and slow and really think about the head of your femur rolling backwards in the hip socket as you're lifting your leg in the air. And then it rolls forwards to return your foot to the floor. Yes. Very nice. Good job. And when you are even with both legs having done the same amount of going first, just take a little rest while we wait for everyone to catch up. Okay, let's take the ball back in between your knees and have your legs in a tabletop position. Good. All right. Arms a little bit away from the body so that you've got room for your pelvis to move on the mat. And we take our supine spine twist. So as you breathe in, you tip over onto one side of your pelvis. Good. And then breathe out. Use your obliques to come back to the center. Perfect. Breathing in to tip the other way. And breathe out to the center. Okay, as you tip over, we're keeping the opposite shoulder blade really firmly grounded on the floor. And just the lightest of hug on the ball with your knees. Does that feel okay, Renee? Yeah, good, okay. Anything that doesn't, just let me know and I'll jump in. Okay. Beautiful. Now, you have the option of adding on a little extra something here. So you can tip over onto the side. Yep. And then if you want the extra, you stretch your top leg out long. Beautiful. Then bend your top leg back in and come back to the middle. So tip over to the other side. Top leg can stretch out long. Bend back in and then come to the center. So that's option one. If you wanted to go full on hardcore, you could stretch both legs out long. Beautiful. And then bend and come back in. And the other side. Good. So just two more of whichever one you are choosing to do. Okay. You okay, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never do the like stay up there for the whole time.
That's all right.
My this here on like the side always
Yeah.
can't handle it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, no worries. Then from here, we are going to do a little bit of pass the ball between our hands and our feet. So our double leg stretch movement, we're going to take your legs up to tabletop position and you're holding the ball in your hands. Okay, curl your head and shoulders off the mat and put the ball anywhere in between your knees and your ankles. Okay, then stretch your arms back to your ears at the same time as you stretch your legs out long. Yep, and then we're going to curl back up again, grab the ball in your hands, stretching your arms out long behind you as your legs stretch out long. Good, and then come back up, put the ball in between your legs. Perfect, stretch everything out long. And then come back up, grab the ball in your hands. Excellent. Now you get bonus points, or it's a bit more of a challenge if you can do all that maintaining your chest lift. So your body doesn't lower down and lift, but that's entirely optional. Okay, that makes it much harder. Much more work on the abs. Good. Very nice. Two more of whichever one you're doing. We're going to finish with the ball in between our knees. Okay, just take a little moment to recover. Yay, good. Good abs. Okay, next one. We're going to take our legs back up to tabletop. Your hands come behind your head, ready to chest lift if that's okay in your body. If not, you have the option of doing this one with your head and neck down. Take both legs up to the ceiling. And then pressing into the ball, we're going to lower our legs just a little. Yep. And lift them up just a little. And lower down just a little. And lift up just a little. Now, if that feels too much on your back, you can do it with a bend in your knees. Same thing. Or you can leave out the chest lift part of it. Good. Very nice. Okay, on your next one, when you lower your legs away from you, you're going to hold it at that position and just do some 6 little pulses in on the ball. Pulse, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then take a rest and recover. Nice work. Are you all right, Jeff? Good job. Okay, how are we going with time? Our next one, you're going to take the ball and hold it at the front of one of your knees with your opposite hand. Perfect. Good job. Then your other hand goes behind your head to support your head and neck. All right. All we have to do is roll the ball up towards your knee, curling your head and shoulders off the floor. Yep. And then roll back down. So going into a bit of an oblique twist like our hula. You're going to do 6 of those on each side. Very nice. Good job, everyone. On your 6th one, which I think is going to be your next one, you curl up, hold it there, and then press your hand into the ball. So press down 6 times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower back down. Switch over to the other side. Good. So 6 times, rolling the ball up towards your knee. Yes, and rolling down. These look great. Coming up and lower down. We've got 3 more. Last 2. And last one, come up and hold this next one. 6 presses on the ball. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Excellent. Okay, let's roll over onto your side. You're going to place the ball behind your top knee. Top one. Yep, that's it. The other top. Yep. All right. So bend both of your knees. Excellent. So you've got a little stability there through the bottom leg. Top leg is just going to lift up and lower down. Yep. Excellent. And we're working as the leg is lifting to try and keep that top side of your waist pulling down nice and long so that the movement is all in your thigh bone, glutes, and not in your low back at all. Pants a little slippery. Hard to hold on to. Uh-oh. Renee got the ball that I put lots of oil onto, so it's hard to hold on to. Yeah. Alrighty. Then we're going to take our leg up to hip height, hold it there, swing your leg forwards and backwards, so bring your thigh bone towards your chest, and then take the ball back behind you. Good. See if you can flex your foot so you can really push back through your heel, pressing the ball back as far as you can. Good. And then swinging forwards and taking it back. This is so much more fun for me watching you guys do it. That's excellent. All right, then hold your thigh bone behind you to press the ball back behind, and then do 8 little squeezes on the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your thigh bone back so it's in line with your other one. And then from there, take some circles around. So circling around, up and down. Yes. I'm going to do 6 in each direction. This is 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and then go back the other way. Looking really good. So good through your pelvises. What's the plural of pelvis? I don't know.
Pelvis.
Pelvi? Pelvi? I don't know. All right, take a rest. Do you feel your glutes?
They're there.
They're there. Hooray! And a little bit on the outer thigh. Yep, that's okay. We need to work those hip abductors as well. Now, while we're still on this side, take the ball in between your knees and straighten your legs out long. You can have your legs slightly forwards of your body. That just gives you a little bit more balance. And then we're going to have a go at our double leg lower and lift. So you can either have your hand on your top hip or reaching down long, or fingertips on the floor in front of you. And then press into the ball, and then keep that press as you lift both legs and hover them just off the floor. And then bring the legs back down. Excellent. So just a lift and lower. Maintaining that connection of your inner thighs into the ball. And seeing how long you can make your legs. How much can you stretch them? Yeah, good. Okay. You can keep going with that straight lift and lower, or you can add on a little more challenge. We lift up and hold our legs lifted, and then roll slightly forwards with the top leg. Yeah, and then roll slightly backwards with that top leg. So working hard to keep your pelvis facing the front, and then just your leg like rolling over the top and the bottom of the heel and then rolling back. Good. It is perfectly okay to stay with the straight lift and lower as well. So choose the option that's right for your body. Good. One more time, forwards and backwards. And then lowering down. Okay. Take a moment to regather. Then we're going to lift up. We've got one more exercise there, sorry. So ball still between your knees, legs long. Go into your leg lift, so press down into the ball and up into the ball, stretch both legs long, and then holding your leg lift, bend your knees so your heels come back behind you. Good, and then stretch your legs out long, still up in the air. And then bend your knees, stretch them behind. Yeah, and then stretch them long. 2 more times if you can. Good. Oh, Willow, watch out for Mum's head, darling. Okay, then take a rest. Woo. Grab a drink if you need one. And then we're going over onto the other side. Is everyone okay? How's my body going? Good? Excellent. You're doing a great job. Okay. So other side. Let's see if I can remember all of that. We started off with our ball behind our top knee. And we did our little glute series there. Okay. So your knees are bent. We've got the ball behind our top knee. And then keeping that shape through your leg, we just lift up and lower down. Yeah, really nice. Really trying to keep drawing that top hip away from you, keeping the top side of your waist nice and long. So we isolate the work into our glutes and our hip abductors. We've got 2 more. Good. Then we go back to hip height and bring your leg forward, so knee towards your chest. And then with a flexed foot, press the ball behind you. Good. And then knee to chest. And pressing back. Excellent. Keep going with that. Okay, on the next time that you take your leg behind you, we're going to do those 8 little presses on the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then into your circles. You've got 6 in each direction. Around, that's it. We're all going at different paces, so I'm not going to count. Once you've done 6, you're going to go back the other way. Beautiful. Okay. Then from there, we take the ball in between our knees with your legs long. Alrighty. Good job. So we're pressing into the ball with both legs and then stretching both legs, lifting them up away from the floor and lowering down. And lifting and lowering. Good. Really reaching long, long, long through your legs. Okay, on the next one, you're going to hold your legs lifted up and then roll one leg forward, one leg back a little bit, and then switch. Good. And then switch. And switch. And switch. Good. 2 more times. Great. And then take a quick moment to recover. Okay. Then once again, we reach our legs long. Lift them off the floor. Hold them lifted. Bend your knees, so bring your heels back in towards your bottom. And extend your legs long. Good. Bend your knees. Stretch them long. And 2 more times. And last one. and extend. Beautiful job. You can rest your legs. Then we're going to work the back of our legs a little bit more. So this one's a little bit tricky, but we'll see how we go. You'll be lying down on your tummy, holding onto the ball behind one knee again. Yep. All right. Then if you can flex your foot and hold the ball there, that's awesome. If not, just do your best not to drop the ball. Okay. Think of the thigh bone that's holding onto the ball, stretching long, and then just hovering it off the floor, just the tiniest amount. Yes, and lower down. And then we lift it just the tiniest amount and lower down. Good. Excellent. Really good. 2 more of those. Then see if you can hold that lift off the floor and just do 6 quick little squeezes in on the ball. So really feel your hamstrings here. And then lower down. Let's change over to the other leg. Good job. Foot is flexed. We stretch our thigh bone as long as it can go and then lift it off the floor just the tiniest amount and lower. Yeah, you okay, Renee? Getting cramps? Yep. Cool. That's perfect. All right. And then lift and hold and do your 6 little squeezes on the ball. Very good. All righty. Now that's hard one on the hamstrings, isn't it? It's not entirely delicious, that one. It's a little less delicious than other things. Okay. Let's do our double leg kick. So if you put the ball in between your ankles, yep. And then if you interlace your fingers and place them around your mid back or wherever your shoulders are happy to go. Yeah. You want to have your hands up as high as they can go while still allowing your elbows to relax down towards the floor. So that's going to look different in every person's body. And it might not be available at all to Jeff, and that's okay. You can just, oh no, you're good. You got there? Okay. All right, from here, your face is going to be to one side. So you've got one cheek on the floor. And then stretch both legs long and try and hover them off the floor just like 1 millimeter. Then kick your ball towards your bottom 3 times. So bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Yep. And on the 3rd time, we stretch our legs, lift them off the floor a little, lift your chest and head up away from the mat and stretch your hands down towards the ball. Beautiful. Come as high as you can. Then as you lower down, you turn your head to the other side. Good. Heels come to bottom 3 times. Kick, kick, kick. And then extend everything up away from the mat. Getting that beautiful stretch through the front of your body. And then lowering down. Trying the other side. 3 kicks in. And then a nice extension. Good. Other side. 3 kicks in and extend. Reach. Good. One more time to each side. And lift. Nicely done. Okay, so take the ball out from between your feet and then just sit back into your rest position. So reaching your bottom back over your heels, arms out in front. Okay, from there, we're going to take the ball and see if we can unlock some more extension through our thoracic spine. So we take the ball and place it in around about where your sternum goes. Yep, perfect. And then lie face down on the mat. Good. Now, if it feels too tricky with the ball, then you can get rid of it and do it without. But I just have been finding that it helps really to unlock this sticky part of our spine. So your sternum or your chest bone is going to press down into the ball, and imagine that you're going to try and push the ball forwards with your sternum as you're lifting your head and shoulders up away from the mat. Yep, exactly. And then your sternum comes down into the ball as you lower your head back in. So focusing on the sternum, pressing forwards and trying to roll the ball away from you. Yeah, really nice. And then bringing it back in and down. So actively working to lift up through the back of your head as you're pressing your sternum away. And lowering down. You okay, Sam? Yeah, all good? Okay. Yeah, really, really nice. Just a couple more of these. And then we're going to sit back into the rest position and stretch it out again. Okay. So to finish off, something that I think is kind of fun. I'm enjoying playing with this. So you take your quadruped position, and you're going to have the ball under one knee. Yeah. So it makes it pretty wobbly. And from here, trying to maintain that beautiful tabletop shape through your body, where your shoulders and your hips stay square to the mat, you're going to stretch one arm out along the floor. And if you can maintain that tabletop, lift that arm up away from the floor. Good. And then bring your hand down and in underneath your shoulder. Try the other arm. Stretch it out long. See if you can maintain that beautiful tabletop. If you can, lift your arm and bring it down and underneath. Good job. Switching arms. Yeah, and the other side. Really nice. Okay. Now let's see the leg that's not on the ball. Can you stretch that behind you? Yeah, good. And then bring it back in. And do that one more time. Stretch the leg that's not on the ball. Take it behind you in any way your body can. Really nice. And bring it back in. Let's change the ball over to the other leg. So make yourself a dining room table with one wobbly leg, and then you've got 2 arm lifts on each side, maintaining that beautiful table shape. And then 2 leg lifts. That's awesome. Good. Okay. And then, lucky last, we're going to see if we can balance both knees on top of the ball. Yeah, in that quadruped position again. Okay, so it might be tricky enough just balancing there. See if you can get your toes to hover off the floor if you're not already. And then try and move one arm and do something with that arm, whatever you choose to do. Yeah. And then try and do something with the other arm, anything you like. Oh, good. Then go back to the first arm, do something there. Yeah. And then the other side. Good job. And coming off the ball. And give yourselves a big clap because you did a fabulous job today. Well done, everybody. Particularly thank you to Renee. Thank you very much.
Renee.
Well done. How do you all feel?
Right.
Great. That's
Yes.
good.